Dark water parts as a shark slices through. A fin cuts the surface like a blade. Salt spray and silence follow its wake. Tall grass shifts as a lion pads forward. Muscles ripple under golden fur. Eyes lock on a shadow in the distance. A river mouth hides a crocodile's stillness. Only nostrils break the mirror of the water. A coil of scales waits in the underbrush. Fangs curl in patient, quiet promise. These images feel undeniable and fierce. They are the animals of our nightmares. We think of speed, strength, and spectacle. We picture teeth, claws, and ambush. We point at the loudest threats first. So which of these kills the most? Which animal takes the highest toll? You might imagine the biggest hunter wins. You might guess the most dramatic killer. The truth starts hard to believe. Because danger does not always look dangerous. Because silence can be the deadliest cloak. Because size is a poor measure of threat. It is not the shark that quietly tops the list. It is not the lion, majestic and lethal. It is not the crocodile waiting below the surface. Nor is it the snake coiled in the grass. The most dangerous creature is almost invisible. It is small enough to land on your skin. You might not feel it touch you at all. You might never see it leave. This tiny visitor carries a hidden weapon. The mosquito's bite is small and often barely noticed. The bite itself rarely kills. The real threat is what they carry. Some species harbor deadly parasites and viruses. They can transmit malaria, dengue, yellow fever, and Zika. Other infections also hitch a ride. Imagine an insect as a flying syringe. Fragile and almost weightless, yet it can move pathogens between bodies. One landing can transfer a microscopic army. A warm evening becomes a silent battlefield. People gather on porches and patios. They hardly think of the danger floating nearby. A tiny proboscis pierces skin and draws blood. Pathogens ride that blood from one host to another. Transmission can be invisible and delayed. Symptoms may appear days or longer after infection. Outbreaks can sweep through communities silently. Containment becomes difficult when the vector is airborne for short distances. Control requires maps, teams, and sustained effort. Personal measures help but cannot do the job alone. That is why this tiny creature is among the deadliest on Earth. Some mosquitoes prefer human blood. Others bite animals and bridge diseases between species. Warm climates and standing water amplify their numbers. Urban growth and travel spread infected mosquitoes and hosts. Simple repellents and nets save lives. But mosquitoes adapt and find new opportunities. Scientists work on vaccines and genetic tools. These efforts aim to break the chain of transmission. Still, prevention remains a long-term battle. Never underestimate the power of a tiny winged assassin. We grew up fearing monsters with big teeth. We imagine jaws, claws, and dramatic chases. Those images are cinematic and immediate. They demand our attention. They also mislead us about real risk. The deadliest animals rarely look like monsters. They are small and ordinary. They blend into our everyday world. A tiny insect can be more dangerous than a lion. Mosquitoes are a prime example. They do not roar or charge. They bite quietly at night. Some carry deadly diseases. Those diseases can spread silently through communities. A single bite can start a chain of illness. The danger lies in transmission, not in size. Mosquitoes exploit water and human proximity. They thrive where people live and work. Modern life has helped them travel and adapt. That makes them persistent and widespread. We respond differently to visible threat. A tiger provokes immediate fear and action. An invisible pathogen elicits slower responses. Prevention requires attention to small things. Nets, screens, sanitation, and vaccines matter. So do awareness and public health systems. Nature's lesson is humility. Fear should be guided by facts. Respect the monsters, but study the small. On this planet, danger does not always roar. Sometimes it whines near your ear in the dark. Small actions can prevent big tragedies. Clean water and removing standing pools help. Research and funding turn knowledge into protection. Communities that act together reduce spread. Education changes how people respond to risk. We should fear wisely and act bravely. The smallest threat can teach the largest lesson. Like this video, subscribe to Wild Truth Files, and discover what nature hides in plain sight.